She drinks every day. This last couple of weeks, she's been at the bar every single night, except for maybe 1 or 2 days. She had a CPS investigating us, and because she had the house nasty and stuff like that, dirty.
How much are you paid?
Huh?
How much are you paid?
She's paid like $52 an hour
How long have they lived with you?
since they were born.
All right. Did you and Miss Aguilar live together at some point?
Yes, yes, sir. We're married for 20 years.
Okay. When did the two of you stop living together?
In February.
Of this year?
Yes, sir. In this year.
Okay. Who should determine the primary residence of the children going forward?
I should. I I do.
Why should it be you instead of Miss Aguilar?
I've had the kids since February, and like I said, she had a CPS investigating us, and because she had the house nasty and stuff like that, dirty. She wouldn't take care of the kids the way she was supposed to. Wouldn't come home, things like that, and then she's got these other things going on with the state board of nursing that with her appeal deal that's going on and things like that. So I just want to make sure that my kids are safe and have a stable home.
Okay. You covered a lot there, so let me break that down a little bit. You mentioned that CPS was called at some point. Why was CPS called?
Because Laura had called the sheriff's department on me because I wouldn't give her back her laptop until the house was clean, is what she had stated. But they came over here and everything like that. She left with them. I called her back the next day, come back home because the kids need their mom, and I was trying to do everything I could to keep us together, but it just didn't happen. I gave her an ultimatum in February. I said, either quit drinking or get out, because she was out drinking and driving with my son and my daughter and my two younger ones, Joshua and Ileana. And I told her, that's enough. I can't jeopardize my kids like that anymore. So I had her move out if she wasn't going to get any help.
Okay. All right. You've raised a few more questions, and that's fine. So you said that Miss Aguilar called CPS on you.
No, sir. She called the sheriff's department on us.
Okay.
And the sheriff's department had then called CPS.
Okay. And why did the sheriff's department call CPS?
Because they seen the house, how dirty it was and everything. They wanted to make sure the kids were safe.
Okay, so the house was dirty, and so were you living there at the time?
No, sir. I was living in an RV in the back, just to kind of keep the conflict down to a minimal, between me and Laura, because we had been fighting quite a bit.
Okay, so you're saying Miss Aguilar kept the house in a, I guess, not livable condition, and CPS was called?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Okay, what was wrong with the house?
Everything. We had dishes piled up. I have a video of it. We had dishes piled up, all on the sink. The floors were dirty. Laundry was piled up in the back. There wasn't any food in the fridge, things like that.
Okay. What was the result of the CPS investigation?
I started getting back in the home, and I started, cleaning up, doing whatever I could, painting, repairing things that need to be repaired, little minor things. And they did in the house, that it was fine. The kids had everything they needed, and so they closed the case on us. And I think it was February 15th. It's when they closed the case on us.
You mentioned a incident of drunk driving. When did that occur?
It was on February the 3rd.
Of this year?
Yes, sir, of this year.
Was Miss Aguilar arrested for
No, she was
driving?
It was just she got home that afternoon, and you tell she had been drinking. She had just out there, and then those beer cans all in the car and stuff like that. And my son had told me already she had been drinking.
And you mentioned also that she was under some kind of investigation for her
Yes,
work.
sir.
What's going on there?
Through the state board of nursing, to the state.
Okay. What's she under investigation for?
For pill theft.
What did she allegedly take?
I don't recall right offhand. I know it was like a bunch of narcotics. It was hydrocodone, oxycodone, fentanyl.
Okay. In your opinion, does Miss Aguilar have some drug issues?
I don't think she has drug issues. I think she has money issues or something, because I don't think she's on drugs, but I know the drinking is an issue. That's my biggest part of it, is drinking, because like I say, I just want to make sure my kids are safe.
Okay. Who's been making all of the day-to-day decisions for the children?
I have.
Who's been making sure they get to school on time?
I have.
Who's been taking them to the doctor?
I have.
What involvement has Miss Aguilar had with the children the past 7 months?
None.
Okay. When was the last time she had any kind of visit with the children?
She hasn't.
Hasn't seen them at all in 7 months?
She's seen them, but it's been 5 minutes at a time. On my daughter's graduation in May, the week before, that weekend before, I had invited her, and said, hey, come over here and spend some time with the kids, and do some of this stuff with the graduation things. It's a busy week. So I said, meet me up here at the school, and whether the kids like it or not, so, I want you to, try to get back in with them, try to make things right. And she went for that day, and the next day, was right back on to, us arguing or something, and I didn't even tell her nothing. But then on my daughter's graduation, my daughter didn't even want her there anymore.
What visitation do you want Miss Aguilar to have?
Visitation, like I said, it's got to be supervised or something like that, then to kind of give the kids some kind of, time period, to get used to her again, because they feel like, she kind of abandoned them, which she did, and I mean, it's rightful, for them to feel that, and they really don't want to spend any one-on-one time with her, so.
If what he is saying is true, she seems to have some pretty serious issues going on. Although he is describing Miss Aguilar as a deadbeat, he still wants her to be involved in their children's lives, despite everything that has transpired. Let's see how things turn out.
Seen her at the bar?
We got pictures of her car and everything at the same bar, 3 nights in a row, at another bar, one night, and then, at a lot of these restaurants where she's they go out and eat, she drinks on the clock all the time, lunchtime she'll be, what was it, right before school started, she was at a restaurant there in Plainview, Leal's, and she came out to the car, drunk, giving me money for the kids' school clothes and stuff. But I mean, she was just out there. You can tell she was, and I was like, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. What are you doing? But it's not my deal anymore. I just, like I said, my biggest thing is just the kids' safety.
Are you currently under investigation through your work?
I am. I was reported actually by him, and they're just allegations.
Okay, what are you being accused of?
Taking narcotics. Well,
Okay.
I got multiple. I got working while I was on the job. I was taking narcotics and just stuff like that. And
Okay.
being under the influence on the job. Just
Has any portion of that investigation resolved? Or are they giving you a date of when that will be resolved?
I'm not sure when it was resolved. I know my employer already sent in his investigation, and it pretty much denied any allegations. So.
And so you're currently working, you're not like suspended while that's
Right.
ongoing or anything?
I'm still working at my same job.
Okay. And there was an accusation of drunk driving. I'd assume you would deny that.
Right. I was not drunk. I mean, I had one beer and that's it. And that was at a family gathering. But
Okay. Why would your children say that you were drunk?
I don't think he said I was drunk. He probably just said I was drinking.
Okay. There was a issue raised regarding CPS, and you kept the house in I guess, an unlivable condition. What's your perspective on that?
What had happened that night was Johnny, he slammed my computer. I guess what had happened was it was like it had to be one day whenever I had barely gotten home. There was like it flooded our laundry room flooded, so there was water all in the back. And then so I don't know what came about that, but I know Johnny slapped my laptop on the ground, and that's why I called the cops.
Okay, I'm not asking about, I guess, that. I'm asking about the CPS investigation.
That's what it was. There was a lot of water on the floor in the back laundry room. That's why CPS was called. I even tried to get him this last weekend, and he said no. And he said that he just likes playing with me. And
Do you have any proof of him saying he just likes playing with you?
I just have the text message that he sent me.
Okay. Why didn't you did you send that in to the
I
court?
didn't send that in. No,
Okay. Don't you think that might have been important?
it could have, yes.
Why come you didn't send it in then?
I just didn't.
Okay, well, I mean, you're accusing him of withholding the children from you for fun, but you didn't bother to send in that evidence?
No, I didn't put that in.
State's Exhibit 1 coming into evidence, which is, I believe, the Patriot W-2. Is that correct, Mr. Blackburn?
Yes, ma'am, but
That's
I don't
correct,
think
Your
the
Honor.
amounts are right on that.
All right, why don't you think they're correct?
Because I have a deal on like the first one of this year, and it's showing that she grosses, what is that? He's paid like $52 an hour is what it comes out to. And I'm trying to see the gross on this. It wouldn't show the in total, but I was like 98,000 because it shows her bonuses on that one too.
Okay,
Well, it says your gross
Right.
pay is 101,525.
Yeah, so
Okay, and then there's some
That's probably
deductions.
right.
Okay, well, it says your gross
Right.
pay is 101,525.
yeah, so
Okay, and then there's some
That's probably
deductions.
right.
Okay, well,
She already admitted to being under investigation at her place of work and has lied on several occasions. First with the text messages and then with her annual salary. I would say she isn't making the best case for herself.
You say you don't drink on the clock and that you haven't had any reports of it. Isn't it true that your supervisor, Brian, also goes out and drinks with y'all during lunchtime? Isn't it true that he's taking you out like a few times on lunchtime to go drink? What's that?
No, my supervisor, Brian, is hardly ever there at the facility. He's always gone because he's regional, so he goes to different facilities. So
Okay, then so where are all the text messages between y'all getting drinks at lunchtime and meeting up at Goodfellas or at
are
Chili's
you
or
talking
things
about
like
from the
that?
phone that you took from me? That's why I was like, ma'am, this is more allegations and stuff. This is from text messages from years ago.
All right, what time frame is this, Mr. Aguilar? Is it in the last 7 months?
Yes, ma'am. Or it was in the last 7 months prior to her moving out. And
Okay.
the thing is that the phone was backed up on the computer, so that's how I got the text messages.
Okay.
No, he still had, he took my phone. He never gave it back to me.
All right. Do you have any more questions, Mr. Aguilar?
She says that she'd given me all this money in cash. Isn't it kind of odd that it's just the cash payments that are to me and nothing else is to me, just the cash payments? After I told you to get money orders instead,
What's the question, Mr. Aguilar?
why
Is it odd?
why is it just cash that she says she gave to me? Because she hasn't given me any cash or anything, just the money orders. Why is she saying that she gave me cash is what I want to know.
Okay. Ms. Aguilar?
One time we did meet at Walmart and you didn't go near me. You sent Ileana to get the cash and then she took it to you. So, I mean, the cash money, you got that in cash. I even have papers of you signing that you got that in cash.
Why aren't those admitted into evidence?
It should be on there on some of them.
Any other questions, Mr. Aguilar?
Yes, ma'am. One more, and I have one of her check stubs here from 1/8/24. And why does it say your gross pay is 45.66.67 on this one? Whenever you're stating that you only make 41.
Which document are you looking at, Mr. Aguilar?
It is a check stub that I have of hers showing that
Oh,
4,500.
that's just something you have.
Yes, it's when she left here at the house.
So, Ms. Aguilar, is your pay $4,566.67?
No, I've sent you all my check stubs.
I will find that the children live with Mr. Aguilar and that Miss Aguilar, that the parties are married and Miss Aguilar is separated from Mr. Aguilar. I will name Mr. Aguilar sole managing conservator of the children, with Miss Aguilar being named a possessory conservator. Mr. Aguilar will be the conservator with the exclusive right to determine the primary residence of the children without regard to geographic location. I will order Miss Aguilar to maintain health insurance and dental insurance for the children. I will order current child support at $2,520. Oh, wait, $2,548. Is that correct, Mr. Blackburn? $2,548 per month beginning October 1st, 2024. I am ordering $7,000 in retroactive child support to be paid at $100 per month beginning October 1st, 2024. Court costs will be assessed against Ms. Aguilar to be paid 1 year from today's date. As to communication, I am ordering that the parties use app close to communicate with each other because it doesn't sound that their communication is very effective. That app close is a free app that you download and that will allow you, Mr. Aguilar and Ms. Aguilar, to communicate with each other.
This father is exactly the person who needs to be the primary parent and the one making the decisions. The mother doesn't seem to be in the right state of mind. Clearly she has some issues, and I truly hope she gets help before it's too late. Overall, I think this was the correct decision. Do you think this was a fair ruling? Let me know in the comments below. If you made it this far, subscribe for more videos just like this. I'll see you next time.